In the news tonight, Obiano nominated for Best Southeast Governor of the Year award on infrastructural development. Measurement for another round of car-phase-free prosthetic limbs holds between Wednesday and Friday this week. Nigerian Army kills 14 suspected criminals and rescues 31 persons from kidnappers' den in Kaduna. And on the foreign scene, 6 anti-corruption protesters killed in Haiti. Good evening and thanks for joining us on ABS Television News. I am Franklin Onyekachi. The news in details. Governor Willie Obiano has been nominated for an award as the Southeast Best Governor on Infrastructural Development. According to a statement by the Chairman, Nigeria Infrastructural Development Awards, Mr. Lanre Alabi, and Director, Mr. Isaac Umunna, the nomination was informed by the Governor's outstanding and proven commitment to infrastructural development in Anambra State through policy advocacy, strategic project execution, and investments that have taken Anambra State to greater heights in the last few years. According to the statement, Anambra State has experienced a fast-paced infrastructural development under his watch as a technocrat, innovator, and administrator. It noted that today, Anambra State has the best road network in Nigeria, while the governor has enthroned road infrastructure maintenance mechanism in the state, the Anambra State Road Maintenance Agency, AMA, to oversee the maintenance of road infrastructure in the state. The statement noted that over 51 roads out of the 101 inherited roads have been completed and commissioned. It said the key focus of NIDA is to identify and celebrate outstanding individuals that have made visible impact in driving Nigeria's infrastructural development. The statement explained that the award ceremony is scheduled to hold on Friday, December 7th, 2018, at the main hall of the Sheraton Hotel and Towers, Ikeja, Lagos. According to the statement, the Nigerian Infrastructural Development Awards, NIDA, was instituted to recognize and appreciate outstanding public individuals and institutions that have used their resources to promote and develop infrastructure in Nigeria through various means. It added that it is a merit-based recognition which has been adjudged as the most authoritative, factual, and objective awards on infrastructure, with the objectives to specifically build a unique platform for public officials and institutions charged with infrastructural development to benchmark their performances and bring into public domain various public and private contributions to infrastructural development in Nigeria. The Caring Family Enhancement Initiative, CAFE, a non-governmental organization of wife of the state governor, Dr. Mrs. Ebelechukwu Obiano, is inviting physically challenged persons who are in need of prosthetic limbs, otherwise known as artificial limbs, to come for measurement of their sizes before fitting. The exercise will hold between Wednesday and Friday this week at Dora Akunyili Women Development Center, Oka, between 7 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the evening daily. A statement from the office of the governor's wife made available to the ABS said that the prosthetic limbs are free and only those whose measurements were taken will be invited for the prosthetic fitting. Experts and stakeholders have called for the establishment of effective electioneering models in order to achieve a credible electoral system in the country. The call was made during a one-day public lecture organized by University of Nigeria Alumni Association, Oka branch in Oka, which attracted government officials, clergymen, present and past presidents of the association, among others. Blessing Uchendo has the details.
University of Nigeria Alumni Association initiated the lecture as part of its contributions towards achieving free and credible elections in the country. In his opening remarks, the chairman on the occasion and permanent secretary, Ministry of Economic Planning, Budget and Development Partners, Anambra State, Mr. Leonard Imoka, said that the event was set aside to discuss salient issues concerning the forthcoming general election and to encourage the commitment of stakeholders to peaceful election.
We apply economics in the time we are going to use today. So the time we are going to use will be very short. the University of Nigeria, as I meant to understand, is that they normally have this type of vacation every year.
In her address of welcome, the President, Unai Oka branch, Dr. Ngozi Ulogu, noted that in the present circumstances of unemployment, political rascality, bribery, and corruption in the quest for financial success, there is need to build new national consciousness that would underline that success comes through conscious and persistent hard work.
We must tell our stories as alumni association, and the story is about, motivating the youth, because most of these successes recorded by all these awardees, they didn't just start, it was built upon. They didn't just come out and started being big. So they had stories to tell to the younger ones.
Dwelling on the theme of the lecture, Getting Elections in Nigeria Right, Challenges and Way Forward, our guest lecturer from Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Reverend Father Chika Obalike, stressed that restructuring remains the only option that would accommodate the interests of all Nigerians and give every part a sense of belonging, as well as ensure proper reorganization and reordering of the entire socio-political system for enduring peace and stability.
Politicians will continue to buy votes when they have people who are ready to sell their votes. But if the individual will tell himself that any amount of money you are getting in a moment of voting is nothing to be compared with what you are losing in the tenure of the person you have voted.
The Zonal Vice President, Southeast, Unai, Professor Ansem Onyimoni, charged them to increase their visibility and impact in their profession and called for all hands to be on deck to make the forthcoming election the most credible in the country. The event featured inauguration of the newly elected executive members of the association and presentation of awards to distinguished individuals, including the head of service, Barrister Harry Udo, Provost, Federal College of Education Technical Umunze, Dr. Tesi Okoli, Bishop of Agwata Diocese, Right Reverend Samuel Ezofo, and Mr. Olisa Eniuno, amongst others. In Oka, Blessing Uchendo, reporting for ABS News.
As a way of partnering government to ensure free flow of traffic during the festive period, the Enugu Community Development Union has set up and trained 30 persons as traffic marshals. The one-week training exercise was adjudged a success by the community leaders. Correspondent Valentine Badoga has a report.
Involved both physical and mental exercise for the new marshals conducted by the members of Anambra Traffic Management Agency as well as their road safety counterparts. Speaking during the closing ceremony at Enugu Civic Center, the President General of Enugu Community Development Union (ECDU), Comrade Boni Ozonkwaku, narrated the ordeal road users face at Christmas season on the Enugu major roads and other cities within Anambra State. He noted that their aim was to augment the effort of the State Traffic Agency and their federal counterpart in ensuring free flow of traffic within the state, especially in their community, Enugu.
I tell you, they were coming as volunteers. They didn't have that stipend in their mind. So first of all is that you are volunteer to do this work. Then secondly, you get stipend at the end of the hill.
The Managing Director, Anambra Traffic Management Agency, Mr. Chris Uzechina, while addressing the Enugu Community Traffic Marshals, assured of their full support and cooperation to help them achieve their goals. He advised that they should be law-abiding and discharge their duties in accordance with the traffic rules and regulations. Mr. Uzechina further appreciated the leaders of Enugu community for the innovation, as such community traffic control system has never existed in the state, and called on the road users and general public to collaborate with them to help make their job easier.
I'm impressed, I am encouraged. This is a team of volunteers that want to have better traffic management in their community, Enugu, in Anambra State. So it's very impressive.
From Enugu Civic Center in Njikoka local government area, Valentine Mbadowa reporting for ABS News.
The Nigerian army today said its men and other security agents killed 14 bandits, rustlers and kidnappers during its ongoing Operation 777 while 2 civilian JTF also lost their lives by fire from the bandits. Briefing newsmen on the achievements of the ongoing Operation 777 at the headquarters, 1 Division, Nigerian Army, Kaduna, Acting Director, Defense Information, Brigadier General John Ajim, said 2 soldiers were also wounded and we are currently receiving treatment at Military Hospital, Kaduna. Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuko Buratai, and Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, among other top public officers, had visited Birnin-Gwari in Birnin-Gwari local government area of Kaduna State, the epicenter of the activities of criminal elements, and promised to establish military base to properly address the menace. According to the Acting Director of Defense Information, a total of 31 persons comprising 18 children and 13 adults were rescued from kidnappers, while 523 cows and 42 sheep were also recovered from rustlers within the area of operation. A staff of the Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, and former Secretary of Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, Anambra State Council, Mr. Emeka Arinze, was among those that bagged their doctorate degrees during the 9th convocation ceremony of the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University. The event, which took place at the Bariam campus of the university, was attended by the Governor of Anambra State, Chief Willie Obiano, who is the visitor to the university, the Commissioner for Tertiary and Science Education, Professor Theresa Obiekezie, Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment, Mr. Sidon Adenoba, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Indigenous Medicine and Herbal Practice, Dr. Onyeka Chukwu Ibezim, as well as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the ABS, Mr. Uche Nwora. Correspondent Daniel Eziwe, who captured the mood of the ceremony, now reports.
Dr. Arinze, who went down memory lane on how he started off the journey, thanked God that at the end he succeeded. He called on the youth to toe the path of hard work, resilience, and commitment to enable them succeed in life.
I like to advise every other person, no matter your situation, if you know my background, you know that it is through the mercy of God. I trained myself through the grace of God. It's not a mean thing. From secondary school, I was selling all sorts of things. I was hoarding, I was hawking things in order to go to school. And today, I thank God. That's why I say God should take all the glory. It is not through my power. It's not because I'm too righteous, but it's because of the law of God as for me.
On hand to felicitate with Dr. Arinze was the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the ABS, Mr. Nwora, who commended him for bringing honor to the establishment. Proud.
So, Emeka, I just want to say that we're very proud of you. I followed the process with him, supporting what we could and all that. So hopefully this will inspire, some other staff members of the ABS. The idea is always going forward. Let's not stop where we are.
Congratulating Dr. Arinze on the feat, the Director of the News and Current Affairs Department of the ABS, Mr. Geb Obaleze, said the achievement was a clear picture of the overall success of the department and the ABS in general, and implored other staff to always strive for higher goals as there are no limitations to self-improvement. From the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Daniel Ezigwe reporting for ABS News.
On the foreign scene, 6 people have been killed and at least 5 others wounded during anti-corruption protests across Haiti, according to police, as anger grows over the disappearance of billions of dollars linked to a public finance program. Thousands of Haitians marched in the capital, Port-au-Prince, and other parts of the country, calling for a probe into the spending of 3.8 billion naira Haiti received from Venezuela as part of an oil assistance program. President Jovenel Moise called for dialogue with opposition groups that are seeking his resignation for failing to investigate corruption. Clashes with police erupted after protesters blocked streets and set fire to tires. 4 people were wounded in clashes in San Marcos, northeast of the capital, and dozens were arrested, police said. There were also reports of clashes in smaller protests across the country. Police said they deployed more than 3,000 officers in the capital, the city of Cap Haitian, and smaller cities and towns. Tensions have been running high in the Latin American nation since an investigation by Haiti's Senate revealed alleged embezzlement by at least 14 former government officials in former President Michel Martelly's administration. The Senate's report, which was published in August, has accused 2 former prime ministers and former government officials of abuse of authority and forgery stemming from the use of funds in the Venezuelan-sponsored Petrocari program. No one has been charged yet. The demonstrators demanded a trial of officials involved in the alleged misuse of public funds. And now on sports. Sporting activities are no doubt important to the holistic development of every child. Hence, the reason it is engraved in the state school curriculum to ensure balanced development of the child. It was in this spirit that Capital City Secondary School, OCA, rolled out the drums to mark this year's inter-house sports competition of the school. Correspondent Kenechukwu Chukwudi, who was at the arena, reports that the different colors of the students' sportswear and their expectant disposition promoted atmosphere of competition. His report is taken from our studios.
The principal of the school, Mrs. Adora Adibe, in her speech, said that the benefits of sporting activities to students are inexhaustible, including improving their mental health and building self-confidence in the children. Mrs. Adibeku noted that the school also created other extracurricular activities for the students, such as the orchestra group, to help them in learning musical skills, called on well-meaning community leaders, the school alumni, to join in the efforts to reposition the school.
Sports improves concentration. Regular physical exercise helps to keep one's key mental skills sharp, and this includes critical thinking, learning, and using good judgment.
In their remarks at the event, the chairman, Post-Primary School Service Commission, Mrs. Joy Olase, and the chairman on the occasion, Reverend Michael Moneke, appreciated the efforts of the school in channeling the energy of students in productive ventures.
This is a yearly activity for all the secondary schools in Anambra State. All of them organize inter-house sports competition for the students, because this is one where we get the community to come and see for themselves actually what is happening in the school.
Does that sound a new to you? So I'd like you to understand the concept. It's very, very important, because part of it is also for you to know how you handle people when you grow up. We are living in a world, there are some things we need to learn.
A benefactor of the school, Chief Emeka Igwe, agreed that the education of a child must be holistic, noting that sports should be one of the ways to achieve that. The houses which competed include red, yellow, white, purple, green, orange, blue, and pink houses. Red and yellow houses won gold during the 100 meters senior boys and girls race respectively, while red house became the overall winner, followed by purple and green houses in second and third places.
And that's the size of our news package tonight. But before we go, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by logging on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/ABSRadioTelevision. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABSRadioTV. And now the main points again. Obiano has been nominated for Best Southeast Governor of the Year Award on Infrastructural Development. Measurement for another round of car-face-free prosthetic limbs holds between Wednesday and Friday this week. Nigerian Army has killed 14 suspected criminals and rescued 31 persons from kidnappers' den in Kaduna. And on the foreign scene, we told you that 6 anti-corruption protesters have been killed in Haiti. That's the news. Thanks for watching. Good night. I am Franklin Onyekachi.